Here we are. Time is slipping away. It is September 27th, 2024. And I believe it's been not quite a month and a half ago that I made a video where I chip budded these pawpaws. And I have not looked at them. Looks like this whole side here is possibly dead. And I don't know about the chips themselves. I don't know if I cut too deep. I don't know what I did there. We're going to have a look at it. These two are still alive, and I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to tell if the buds have taken yet or not. I hate even messing with them, but I'm going to look, especially since that one has died. And if you'll remember, if you watch that video, this little tree here, I actually cut the whole top of the tree out, and I may have ruined it. I don't know. We're going to look at that. Was actually not a bud graft. I knew I was taking a big chance on it. Like I always say, it's all a grand experiment. But I did do a cleft graft on this with a couple buds of scion. And so I figured that while it was healing, I would probably get some growth from the rootstock down below it. Nothing has happened, and so that's why I'm kind of worried about it. So we're going to check on it. Let me see. So I'm going to do a scratch test. Well, it's still alive. Scratch test shows green. So there's still hope for the plant. My biggest worry is, here it is, September. It's had no leaves for the last month and a half to feed the roots in preparation for winter. So it may be that I'm thinking I may have to maybe mulch up around this very, very good with some leaves or something, so that it doesn't freeze, and see what comes back next year. Even if the bud is still alive, or the graft is still alive and hasn't leafed out yet, we'll see here in a minute. I'm probably going to mulch up heavily around this to keep it alive this winter. Pawpaws are notoriously late on coming back next year, so you know, after winter they don't come back early spring as far as their buds breaking open and showing you their leaves and such. But you know, my grafts from this past spring, I believe it was, are doing well. The ones that survived, if you've watched my videos, you'll know that this one got knocked out by a branch out of my oak tree here close to us when it fell out during a storm. And I'm just leaving that branch there. If it'll stay alive, I can. And it may not be. Let me. Ouch. Bark's a little hard. I don't know if this. That whole stem may be dead. It is. There it goes. It broke off. That whole stem died from that. That's okay. If my bud grafting works, I could come in here, you know, next year if I need to, and bud graft maybe off of here another branch to go out if I wanted to, or I could just leave this like it is. There's always possibilities. And this one also is doing okay. So I have two of my spring grafts that are doing well, and the reason why this has several bud grafts on it is it was also grafted this spring, and the one variety I had here got knocked out by the tree above us. So I'll have to remind myself. I don't have the tags on here right now. I have to remind myself what varieties. This is Atwood. My chip bud was Atwood or something like that. Anyways, we're going to look at these. Well, as I was taking off my shade cage here so I could get to this easier. I barely bumped the side that was dead, and it just broke slap off easily like a cracker. So yeah, it's dead all the way. You know, it killed that whole branch. So kind of like that graft that was knocked out on the other one over there I showed a while ago, where the little branch just died. It's kind of, I don't know, odd or whatever to me that seems like when you try a graft and it dies, the whole branch dies. So I don't know what the deal is with that. There was that little deal there. So I'm gonna open this parafilm up. Okay, so I can't really tell that I ever even attempted to heal over. It died pretty quick, so I don't think it really even had time to attempt to heal over. So there's it all seemed to have matched up, the cambium and so on. My video skills are terrible. And I'm gonna walk over, the sun's reflecting. I can't hardly even see what I'm doing. But I mean, terrible, terrible, terrible. Dead through and through. Well, let's look at some of these others. Now these others, I'm not sure that I'll unwrap the parafilms. That if they're not all the way healed up, it could rip them apart. I'm just going to see if buds are breaking through the parafilm yet. Okay. So I don't know why I call these Atwoods. Well, I knew that wasn't correct. That's a Atwood's farm store here where we are. But it's over lease. Now, it looks like, I don't know if you can see that, looks like the parafilm is actually cracking, and I believe that is along the edge of the bud graft. I believe that's the bud right there where the graft is. And I don't see anything happening, but I didn't really expect anything to happen really a whole lot until next year, till next spring. So we're going to leave it wrapped. I don't see anything. I was hoping maybe it would have done something by now. Getting a little over anxious. This is my first summer bud grafting experiment. And see, it looks like the parafilm is cracking on these. I don't know whether I need to put another layer over it or what. We're going to leave it like it is. I'm going to put the foil back on it here in a minute. We're going to go look at this other graft over here in this small tree. Okay, so here we are. I got down here, I noticed there's some kind of hole here. I don't know if there's a mouse nesting under here. That wouldn't be good. Let's see, I don't want to just stick my hand down in there. You never know if a snake has crawled down in there. Let's see, let me go ahead. I think that's like a tunnel going this way. I guess I will stick my hand down in there. I'll be. Okay, seemed like it ended there. Did have a little tunnel, so I don't know what dug that, but curiouser and curiouser. So let me unwrap this. Okay, well, it doesn't look that great. I think the scion is actually dead. Again, I'm not going to unwrap it for fear of breaking something apart if there is still some life in here in the graft union. So I was just hoping to see some evidence of life, of maybe a bud pushing or swelling. Getting a little over anxious probably, but we did see green in here. So what I will do is, when it starts getting a little cooler, I'm going to mound leaves and stuff around this thing, and just try to keep at least the rootstock alive. So I'm going to go ahead and put my foil back over this and over the other ones over there, and just continue on. This is somewhat of an uneventful video, but I did want to document it and see what, maybe someone has some tips for me or something. Alright, so I've got them put back together, and very uneventful video really, but maybe someone could shed some insight and give me some pointers on this, and we shall see. Probably won't look at this again till late spring. When the trees start budding out again, we'll look at this. God bless.